JoJo's Bizarre Adventures has been going on for 30, almost 40 years at this point, and there are still questions that I feel are unanswered. And one of the main ones, at least to me, is the fact that why is the Part 8 fandom so small? To me, it makes no sense for a manga that's been going on for so long, that has so many dedicated fans, so many quote-unquote die-hard fans. Why is the Part 8 fandom so small? Because in all seriousness, before I started watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, I never knew how many parts it actually had. I thought it just stopped at part 5 because that was all that was animated. It wasn't until I actually looked it up and saw it had 8 parts. Now, granted, I knew kind of somewhat about Steel Ball Run, but I didn't know what part that was. But 8 parts. I knew absolutely zilch nothing about part 8, and I knew almost nothing about part 6. The only thing I knew about part 6 was the fact that I had seen Poochie before, and I had seen Weather Report before, and Jotaro was there. I did not know Jotaro had a daughter. But back to my question, the Part 8 fandom, it often jokes about how small they are, but really in comparison, how often do you see Part 8 jokes? How often do you see Part 8 content? How many Part 8 content creators that are specifically geared towards Part 8 are there? If you look in comparison to its counterpart in the same universe, Steel Ball Run, it's losing by a fuck ton. And I say this in concern for the fandom. It shouldn't take until it actually gets animated for it to get popular, especially in a manga that is literally one of the top best-selling mangas of all time. I think it's like top 12, top 13. Over 100 million copies sold, and you're telling me y'all can't pick up the manga and read? It's right there, but you're a diehard JoJo fan. You're not even anime only. You just literally don't want to read. But it just doesn't make sense to me, because I would think Part 8 would be more popular, especially considering it's taking place in the same place that has now gained a lot of popularity, Morio. A lot of people nowadays, because I've seen the change basically happen overnight, love Part 4. Like in the past, I don't know, year or two, people have loved Part 4 a lot more. If you go back any further than the past 2 years, it was a lot of hate. Part 4 got a lot of unnecessary hate, more so its intros, but really Part 4. People just call Part 4 filler.
Off that nigga dick, bro. What is you doing? What? No.
But it's set in Morio. I feel like it has one of the more interesting plots of them all. Even though I will admit it takes a lot longer to get to the main plot and for you to actually understand everything. But once you understand the reveal, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth the wait. But I'll say a negative for Part 8 is the fact that, again, it takes a lot longer to get to the main plot. I mean, you don't even get introduced to the main villain really until, 70-something chapters in? And even then, you don't know he's the main villain until almost 100 chapters in. You know what I mean? I think chapter 97 is when he's there, right outside their house, listening to music. Because the people who have read Part 8 and aren't in the Part 8 fandom, they're always like, oh, Part 8's so boring. It took so long for it to get good. We didn't get to see the main villain until, so long into the story. We don't even get to see the reveal till almost 100 chapters in. And I get all of that. All of those are valid criticisms. But it's also, I just feel like people for some reason just don't gravitate towards Part 8 like they do to other parts. Because you could go to the Part 6 fandom and see all the different creators who love Part 6 and love all the different characters. They love Hermes, they love Foo Fighters, they love Weather Report. But when you go to the Part 8 fandom, even though you see that, you see everyone who loves all the different characters, like Jobin, but it's on a much smaller scale. I don't know if it's only because it's the last completed part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, or if it's because Araki has moved to Ultra Jump, which is a seinen manga magazine company, and now he releases monthly, so now the chapters are, oh my god, they're so fucking long, 40-50 pages each chapter. Maybe it would just take the anime adaptation for the Part 8 fandom to get bigger, because it's just I don't know, I feel like almost every tactic has been used at this point. The Part 8 fans, they do everything they can to like let you know that Part 8's still there. They even be trying to ask these anime companies to please include Part 8 in your damn games, and they give you Josuke and one review and call it a day. But I think since the whole fandom is so fixated on Part 7 and everyone's just waiting on Part 7 to be released, no one wants to pay attention to Part 8 unless they're trying to read it in that current moment. And even when they try to read it, they still don't talk about it with nobody else, or they don't post about it because they're not content creators. And the content creators who do make JoJo content, they're usually only anime only. And if they are into the manga, they just don't talk about Jojolion. Or it could be the fact that Part 8 just wrapped up like recently. Because y'all have to remember, JoJo's has only recently gotten popular in the West, really United States, over the past 15 to 20 years. And from some older JoJo fans, they have told me that Part 7 used to be hated in the mid 2000s, or it was seen as mediocre. And now you see how it's seen today. So I think if you give Part 8 some time, maybe the opinion will just naturally swing. It's either going to take some time or people to see a colorful ass intro and see Morio again. Because I know David Productions, they're going to do so fantastic on Part 8. Like, there's not even a doubt in my mind. But that's all I got for y'all. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 5K, so everything is greatly appreciated. And until next time, peace.